another episode of Maximilian Must Know. Today we're taking a look at one from the house of West 3rd brand. This one is called Vintage Patchouli. I've done two videos on this house. The first was a brand overview. The second was a review of Tobacco 1812, which has been compared to Tobacco Vanille from the house of Tom Ford. So if you want some backstory on this really interesting house, underrated house, I implore you to watch the video that I did, the sort of brand profile, a real sort of early scent safari video that I did on West 3rd brand. I own 3 2-ounce bottles from this house and 15 of their half-ounce bottles, all sent to me by West 3rd brand. The 60-ounce 2-ounce bottles, 60 ml 2-ounce bottles, I've got this one, Tobacco 1812, and Ode to You. I will be reviewing Ode to You in a couple months. I might review some of the 15 ml scents I have down the road because there are some good ones in there. I'm really interested in some of the new things from this brand. They have grooming products, newer fragrances, and they actually did a relaunch with new logos and labels. So I need to talk to the brand owner Michael and possibly do an update on the entire brand, which I'd really like to do. Vintage Patchouli was launched about 5 years ago, give or take. The brand perfumer and owner is Michael Lauren Probst, and notes on this fragrance are patchouli, teakwood, incense, and myrrh. So a simple note breakdown. You can purchase these on the West 3rd site, which I will link to in the description. Many of their scents are just really affordable. The Smell Good Daily line, he has different collections. This is from the Smell Good Daily collection. And the bottles go $38 for 60 ml of juice. And guys, these scents perform. Some of them are beastly. You can get these on the site. They're available on some retail locations as well. Check out their website to find retail locations near you, but I'll link to them in the description. This one is an eau de toilette. I think all the Smell Good Daily collection fragrances are eau de toilette. Now, as far as presentation for this, it just has a sticker on it. It says West 3rd brand, made in the USA. You know, you could see Eau de Centaur, Vintage Patchouli. It comes in a box that's really similar. If you want to see the boxes for these, check out the video that I did on Tobacco 1812. But they sort of have this sort of, you know, almost turn of the century. I don't mean this to be disrespectful, but almost like snake oil tonic sort of style, like Boardwalk Empire-y. I think they're super cool. I like the newer look better, obviously. And then, you know, you've seen these bottles before, obviously. The sprayer is beastly. Just nothing to complain about as far as I'm concerned, especially for the price point. So that's your presentation. As far as the scent, this is a really interesting scent, and it's very much what it claims to be. I don't know what teakwood smells like. I think that's a fantasy note. I don't think there's any teakwood oil or absolute or extract out there. But I know what the other notes smell like, and this is a very syrupy, sweet patchouli note with myrrh and a dark incense, and that's just what this one's about. It's a combination of those notes. You get this nice green vibe from the patchouli, but it's not a clean green or a crisp green. It's a gourmand chocolatey green, and you have the myrrh note that's sort of bonded to the patchouli with this dark incense note. It's not a church strong incense note. It's not a clean silver sort of amouage frankincense accord. It's just a dense incense. And I don't know if there's vanilla in this one, but there's a sweetness in this fragrance. I'm not sure if it comes from the patchouli or the incense or the myrrh. I wonder if there's some vanilla here or an amber accord in the base that's just not listed. But this is a champ of a performer. I wore this to work a couple times over the past month, and it got me through a full day. When work was ending, I could still smell this one pretty well. It projects moderately. It's not a boomer. I think that's good because this is a little bit syrupy. It could be a little bit too much for folks if it just leaked off the skin. It's a very much a unisex scent, and I don't know why, but I think that women might like this one a little bit more than men. I don't have a good explanation for that, to be honest. It's just sort of a feeling. But for me, ideally, I'd wear this casually during the fall or winter, hanging out, watching football on a lazy Sunday, having to do work in the office on the weekend with like a flannel shirt and jeans. I think this is like perfect for those situations. If you're looking for something similar and can't find this, or just want a scent that is like a good sort of sweeter patchouli scent, this is really unique to me. Some scents that sort of have a little bit of chocolatey patchouli and sweeter, you know, Dior Patchouli Imperial is an excellent. It's a patchouli scent that I want to own at some point. Hindu Grass by Nasamato. Borneo 1834 is a gorgeous chocolatey patchouli. Coromandel by Chanel, gorgeous sweet patchouli. Noir Patchouli by Histoire de Parfum. But to me, this one is really unique. If someone were trying to talk you into purchasing this, I think they'd say that good price, a very unique, simple take on patchouli, and this could be a great introduction for someone to this collection. And there's a lot to be offered within this collection. And I think if someone were trying to tell you to skip this one, I think they'd say that it might not be for everyone. It is syrupy and sweet. And it doesn't have a ton of depth to it. The scent really doesn't evolve. What you spray on is kind of what you get for the entire journey. And it's not a projection monster. Overall, guys, you know, I do not give a score to anything that was sent to me without cost. But I like this. I think this is different kind of scent. It's a simple type of patchouli fragrance that I like. It's almost like patchouli oil stewed down and reduced into it's almost like a patchouli syrup, which I think is interesting. There's not a ton of nuance or depth, but for the money, I mean, for $38, this is a great buy. And I think that's sort of the theme within this brand is there's just really good buys here. And for the price, these are just really, really good, well-made fragrances. Not a ton of cost. There's not a ton of marketing money put out there. This isn't a guy who's hyping his fragrances online. He's just making good fragrances for a good price and selling them. And he's done a great job of building like relationships with small independent shops. And I think you should check this brand out. You know, check Tobacco 1812 out. Check this one out, and check Ode to You out, which might be my favorite of the three that I received. The larger bottles up, and a review will be coming on that one in a couple weeks or a month or so. So, guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you've tried this brand, I'd love to know which ones you enjoy. Leave a comment, question, whatever you want. Again, thank you to Michael for letting me check these out. And I'll see you later next week with some more videos. Guys, obviously, my name is Maximilian, and I'm